Hello, guys and girls. I'm Miguel Sanchez from Visalia, California. Welcome to episode 17 of Movie History, DreamWorks Animation. And today we've got, episode 16. That's right. Welcome to episode 16 of Movie History, DreamWorks Animation. And today we're getting the bee treatment. That's right. Because today we're about to go enter the honey cave. That's right. And it's episode 16 of the show. And today, we're about to dive in. We're going to get inside the honeycomb and see what bees can do to make their honey last for long. So, if you're ready for it, then here we go. Today, we're taking a look at Bee Movie as the Paramount era continues. I can't believe this, guys. It's going to be so awesome. That's right. I might be able to do a show every single day. Yeah, man, I'm doing this series quicker than ever. I'm so excited to share with you guys what we could do today on Movie History, DreamWorks Animation. And we're going to get into it right now. And for those who haven't seen episode 15, yesterday we took a look at Shrek the Third, which is the third movie in the Shrek franchise. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it now. I'll put a link to it up there at the top right corner screen. In case you want to go check it out, definitely go do so. Otherwise, sit back and let's continue this Paramount era right now. You ready? Then here we go. So about the movie. Bee Movie is a 2007 American computer animated comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Paramount Pictures. Directed by Simon J. Smith and Stephen Hickner, from a screenplay by Jerry Seinfeld, Eddie Robin, Barry Marner, and Spike Feresten. It stars the voices of Seinfeld, Renee Zellweger, Matthew Broderick, John Goodman, Patrick Warburton, and Chris Rock. The film centers on Barry B. Benson, voiced by Seinfeld, a honeybee who tries to sue the honey human race from exploiting bees after learning a florist friend. Learned from his florist friend Vanessa Bloom, voiced by Zellweger, that humans could sell and consume honey. Bee Movie debuted in New York City on October 25th, 2007. And was released in theaters in the United States on November 2nd. Upon release, it received mixed reviews from critics who praised its humor and voice cast, but criticized its plot. Nevertheless, the film was a moderate box office success, grossing $293 million worldwide. It has since gathered a cult following, partly driven by memes of the film and shared on social media, most notably a reading of the film's entire script. You never know what's going to happen next. When you take a look at the movie stats, directed by Simon J. Smith and Stephen Hickner, written by Jerry Seinfeld, Eddie Robin, Barry Marner, and Spike Ferguson, produced by Jerry Seinfeld, Christina Steinberg, and Cameron Stivening, starring Jerry Seinfeld, Renee Zellweger, Matthew Broderick, John Goodman, Patrick Warburton, and Chris Rock, narrated by Jim Cummings, edited by Nick Fletcher, music by Rupert Grant-Williams. Production companies are DreamWorks Animation and Columbus 81 Productions. Distributed by Paramount Pictures. Release dates October 25th, 2007 in New York City, and November 2nd, 2007 in New York for the rest of the United States. Running time is 91 minutes. Countries United States. Language is English. Budget $150 million, and the box office $293.5 million. All right, good. Now let's get into the plots. Barry B. Benson, an idealistic honeybee who has the ability to talk to humans, has recently graduated from college and is about to enter the hive's Honeyx Industries honey-making workforce with his best friend Adam Flayman. Barry is initially excited to join the workforce, but his ambitious, insubordinate attitude emerges upon discovering that his choice of job will never change once picked. Later, the two bees run into a group of pollen jocks, bees who collect pollen from flowers outside the hive, and they offer to take Barry with them if he is bee enough. While on his first pollen gathering expedition in New York City, Barry gets lost in the rain and ends up on the balcony of a human florist named Vanessa Bloom. Upon noticing Barry, Vanessa's boyfriend Ken attempts to squash him, but Vanessa gently catches and releases Barry outside the window, saving his life. Barry later returns to express his gratitude to Vanessa, breaking the sacred rule that bees are not to communicate with humans. Barry and Vanessa develop a close friendship, bordering on attraction, and spend time together. While he and Vanessa are in the grocery store, Barry discovers that humans have been stealing and eating the bees' honey for centuries. He decides to journey to honey farms, which supplies the grocery store with his honey, incredulous at the poor treatment of the bees in the hive, including the use of bee smokers to incapacitate the colony. Barry decides to sue the human race to put an end to exploitation of the bees. Oh boy, not good. Sorry to say this, but it's definitely not worth it at all. Barry's mission attracts wide attention from bees and humans alike, with countless spectators attending the trial. Although Barry is up against top defense attorney Leighton T. Montgomery, the trial's first day goes well. That evening, Barry is having dinner with Vanessa when Ken shows up. Vanessa leaves the room, and Ken expresses to Barry that he hates the pair spending time together. When Barry leaves to use the restroom, Ken ambushes Barry and attempts to kill him, only for Vanessa to intervene and break up with Ken. The second day of the trial, Montgomery unleashes an unrepentant character assassination against the bees, leading a deeply offended Adam to sting him. Montgomery immediately exaggerates the stinging to make himself seem the victim of an assault, while simultaneously tarnishing Adam. Adam's actions jeopardize the bees' credibility and his life, though he recovers. The third day, Barry wins the trial by exposing the jury to the torturous treatment of the bees, particularly use of the smoker, and prevents humans from stealing honey from bees ever again. Having lost the trial, Montgomery cryptically warns Barry that negative shift of nature is imminent. As it turns out, honey's industry stops honey production and puts every bee out of job, including the vitally important pollen jocks, resulting in all the world's flowers beginning to die out without any pollination. Before long, the last remaining flowers on Earth are being stockpiled in Pasadena, California. Instead for the last Tournament of Roses parade, Barry and Vanessa travel to the parade and steal a float, which they load into a plane. They hope to bring the flowers to the bees so they can repollinate at the world's last remaining flowers. When the plane's pilot and co-pilot are unconscious, Vanessa is forced to land the plane with help from Barry and the bees from Barry's side. Barry becomes a member of the pollen jocks, and they fly off to a flower patch. Armed with the pollen of the last flowers, Barry and the pollen jocks reverse the damage and save the world's flowers, restarting the bees' honey production. Later on, Barry runs a law firm at Vanessa's flower shop titled Insects at Law, which handles disputes between animals and humans. While selling flowers to customers, Vanessa also offers certain brands of honey that are bee approved. All right. It's going to be awesome. And now let's get into the voice cast of the film. Jerry Seinfeld as Barry B. Benson, Renee Zellweger as Vanessa Bloom, Matthew Broderick as Adam Flayman, John Goodman as Leighton T. Montgomery, Patrick Warburton as Ken, Chris Rock as Moose Blood the Mosquito, Kathy Bates as Janet B. Benson. Okay. Barry Levinson as Martin B. Benson, Reagan Mulaney as Trudy, Honey's tour guide, Rip Torn as Pawn Jux, General Lou Luca, Oprah Winfrey as Judge Ruppleton, Michael Richards as Bud Ditchwater, Larry King as B. Larry King, a fictionalized B version of himself. Larry Miller as Dean Buswell, Jim Cummings as title narrator and graduation announcer, David Moses as Pimentel as Hector, Chuck Martin as Andy, Brian Hopkins as Sandy Shripkin and TSA agent, John DiMaggio as bailiff and janitor, Tress McNeil as Jeanette Chung, mother and cow, Simon J. Smith as truck driver and shed, Brady as himself, Sting as himself, Robert J. as B, uncredited, and Carl Cassell as himself, uncredited. Oh no, too bad. So there you go, my friends. That's all I guys say. Let's get into the production. Okay, the development of B-Movie began when Steven Spielberg approached DreamWorks Animation CEO Jeffrey Katzenberg. When Steven Spielberg approached DreamWorks Animation CEO and co-founder Jeffrey Katzenberg after Jerry Seinfeld asked him to make a film featuring insects. Seinfeld spent a week in Los Angeles working on it. Teleconferencing system HP Halo was installed in Seinfeld's office in New York, enabling him to work on the film and interact between coasts. Seinfeld said he chose New York because it was the Tigris and Euphrates of comedy with his humor, and Katzenberg had the only reason on making the film. Overall, the budget was approximately $150 million. Steven Spielberg was in 2 live-action trailers of this film in late 2006 and early 2007. Wow, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Let's get to the release. The 91-minute B movie debuted in New York City on October 25th, 2007, followed by a premiere on October 28th in Los Angeles, which is 3 days later. It was released in the United States on November 2nd. The film was produced by DreamWorks Animation and Columbus City One Productions and distributed by Paramount Pictures. B movie game was released in October 2007 for multiple platforms. So the premiere in the U.S. came out 5 minutes later after Los Angeles. So that's strange. Paramount Home Entertainment released B movie on DVD, single and double disc on March 11, 2008, and on Blu-ray in May. The DVD extras include the Inside the Hive, the Cast of B movie, and Check a B movie featurettes. We got the B music video, Meet Barry, Meet Benson feature, interactive games, a filmmaker commentary, alternate endings, lost scenes, the live-action trailers, and Jerry's flight over Cannes. An HD DVD version of the film was canceled after the discontinuation. Sorry. An HD DVD version of the film was canceled after the discontinuation of that format. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Let's go to reception, starting with box office. B movie earned $126.6 million in the United States and Canada and $166 million and $166.9 million in other countries for a worldwide total of $293.5 million. DreamWorks Animation reported the film's net profit as $27.3 million, particularly home media revenues. The film was released with American Gangster and Martian Child on November 2nd, 2007. B-Movie earned $10.2 million on its first day. The film debuted as second, earning $39.1 million from 3,928 theaters. Its second weekend earnings dropped by 32% to $26 million, followed by another $14.3 million the third weekend. B-Movie completed its theatrical run in the United States and Canada on February 14th, 2008. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's continue on reception. We go to critical response, or should I say critical reception. B-Movie has an approval rating of 49% based on 174 professional reviews on review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, with an average rating of 5.6 out of 10. Its critical consensus reads, B-Movie has humorous moments, but its awkward premise and tame delivery render it mostly forgettable. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned B-Movie a score of 54 out of 100 based on 434 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences pulled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4, saying it's on the easygoing level of Surf's Up, and a full tick up from, say, Over the Hedge or The Ant Bully. I did Over the Hedge on episode 13, so go check it out after you're done watching this video. But given the Seinfeld pedigree is something of a disappointment. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying at its relaxed best, when it's about, well, nothing, the slightly comic B-Movie is truly beguiling. Destin Thompson of the Washington Post said, B-Movie feels phoned in on every level. The images, usually computer animation's biggest draw, are disappointingly average. And as for the funny stuff, well, that's where you were supposed to come in. A.O. Scott of the New York Times gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying the most genuinely European aspect of B-Movie is that it spends a lot of its running time buzzing happily around, sniffling out fresh jokes wherever they may bloom. Claudia Puig gave the film 1.5 stars out of 4, saying B-Movie is certainly not low budget, but it has all the same staying power and creative value of a B-Movie. The Secret Life of Bees, as told by Seinfeld, is a bore with a capital B. Stephen Ray of the Philadelphia Inquirer gave the film 3 stars out of 4, saying B-Movie is not Shrek and is not Ratatouille either. And I'll talk about in a Pixar series. So dude. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right. By far the standout computer anime feature of the year. But it has enough buzzing with an eye-popping animation to win over the kids, and probably more than a few parents too. Richard Roper gave the film a positive review, saying, "This is a beautifully animated, cleverly executed, warm and funny adventure." RogerEbert.com's Roger Ebert gave the film 2 out of 4 stars, saying all of this material, written by Seinfeld and writers associated with his television series, tries hard but never but never really takes off. We learn at the outset of the movie that bees theoretically cannot fly. Unfortunately, in the movie, that applies only to the screenplay. It is really hard to take care. Really hard to care much about a platonic romantic relationship between Renee Zellweger and a bee. And the first letter E must have an acute symbol. How could you? Anyways, although if anyone could pull it off, she could. Typer of the Boston Globe gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying the vibe is loose-limbed and fluky, and the gags have an extra snap that's recognizably Seinfeldian. If I believed in a sitcom afterlife, I swear the whole thing was cooked up by Kramer and George's dad. We're closing up reception. We go to accolades. B-Movie led the 35th Emmy Awards season with 5 nominations, including Best Animated Feature. At the 65th Golden Globe Awards, it was nominated for Best Animated Feature Film. The 13 Critics' Choice Awards nominated the film for Best Animated Feature. And finally, to close out this episode with Legacy. Years after the film's release, B-Movie had an unexpected rise in popularity as an internet meme. In 2015, posts of the entire film's screenplay spread across Facebook. In November 2016, the YouTube user Avoid at All Costs uploaded a video, the entire B-Movie, but every time they say B, it gets faster, and that's why I always watch. I always watch it. That's good. Where the entire film sped up every time the word B was used. And its popularity spawned several variants where the film, or its trailer, were edited in unusual ways. Vanity Fair later characterized the film's popularity as totally bizarre, and later identified Jason Richards as one of the meme's larger promoters throughout his at Seinfeld 2000 Twitter account, citing the off-brand Pixar quality. While writer Barry Marder referred to the relationship between bees and humans, Inverse felt the film's internet popularity being helpful to millennials that they who saw it. I know. Paris Martineau of New York Magazine identified the meme starting on Tumblr in circa 2011. Yeah, circa. Remember that. At which point, users can post the opening quotation, identifying it as inspiring. By December 2012, however, these posts became so ubiquitous that it would inspire parodies. It expressed suggestions to the spread of videos such as the entire B-Movie, but every time they say B, it gets faster, was inspired by the preceding popularity of We Are Number One memes, many which use a similar title format of We Are Number One, but Seinfeld expressed no interest in making a sequel to B-Movie, though through its online popularity. 2 lawsuits following the fall of the film's release. A group of Swedish animation students sued because their concept developed in 2000, titled Babylon, had similarities to B-Movie, which they founded a U.S. lawyer to represent them. A separate suit was brought by Florida-based cosmetics company Bisucals over the use of their trademarked phrase "give bees a chance." The outcome of these lawsuits were rejected, and so yes, guys. And notes attributed to multiple references. So that's it for B-Movie. Find out the rating for the film. I gotta say, B-Movie is an absolute success, except for one of the all-time favorites on my list of DreamWorks Animation films. Besides, the movie is currently available on Netflix, but not for long because it leaves Netflix on March 21st. So unfortunately, this is your last chance to watch B-Movie before it disappears on Netflix for good. So if you have chance, definitely go watch it right now. Otherwise, as for me, at the end of the day, Alex K, once again, I'm giving B-Movie a score of 8 out of 10. Great! That was a great movie. I always love to see that, but just as I expected, things are about to go full circle. So, yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for B-Movie. It's just my personal conservative opinion, and you can feel free to agree or disagree in the comment section below. That's it, guys. That's it for today's episode of Movie History DreamWorks Animation. Thank you so much for watching. That was a very short episode for you guys. And we'll be back real soon with another new one. And don't forget the next episode of Movie History Walt Disney Animation Series is coming soon. It'll be about Tarzan. Don't miss it, guys. And Saturday's new episode of Rob G 047 Local History Told, where we'll be taking a look at PBS, the Public Broadcasting Service, broadcasting by Cartoon Hour Florence. So be on the lookout for that this coming Saturday. And tomorrow's new episode of the End of the Sponsor Show, where we're going live for the semifinals. This is, my friends, only 5 contestants from 8. Only one of them has got to go. The other 4 are going to the finals. It's going to be so awesome. I can't wait. Yay. And Season 2, Day 5 of the Motion Martial League is coming real soon as well. For the rest of the schedule, please go back and check out some cool videos on the channel. But for now, I gotta end right here. Thanks for watching. I'm Miguel Sanchez. You'll be yourself, and I will see you next time on Movie History DreamWorks Animation. Don't forget to join me again next time for episode 17 as the Paramount era continues with Kung Fu Panda, starring Jack Black. That's right, yep, that's right, my friends. Kung Fu Panda is on the next episode. Besides, the franchise just got a brand new series, and it's coming exclusively to Netflix. Should have gotten it on Peacock. Should have gotten this on Peacock, but instead it's going straight to Netflix as their contract with DreamWorks continues. That's right, they extended their contract. That's right, Netflix extended their contract with DreamWorks. I can't believe this. Ugh. So Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight is coming exclusively to Netflix as a Netflix original later this year. But back to this episode. But back to this series. The next episode will be Kung Fu Panda, which is currently available on Netflix. However, just like B-Movie, Kung Fu Panda is leaving Netflix at the end of the month, March 31st. So you better hurry up and watch it now before it's gone forever. Besides, Pandemonium begins June 6th. And that's what it says right here. But don't worry, we will get through this together. So, until then, if we're going to go catch up on past episodes, we got a playlist for you. From Ants to B-Movie. One inside movie all the way up to another inside movie. So, go check it right out. Link to the playlist is up there on the top right corner screen. So, click on the link and check it out right now. Otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again real soon for episode 17 of Movie History DreamWorks Animation as we take a look at Kung Fu Panda. That's right. As we move on to 2008. Here we go, my friends. This is going to be awesome. So, until then, please remember to leave a like. Share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, turn on notifications to not miss a new video. Subscribe to the notification draw to not miss a new video from me as we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys again next time. I'm Miguel Sanchez in Visalia. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Laters!